first time you're ever watching the show, you you have an idea what number 1 is. But we'll start with 5, and let's go with number 5. Eagles, Patriots. Really, really good game. So here's an interesting thing. Again, I'm looking at depth charts. You guys know offensive line for me is everything in the gambling. Sounds like the Patriots might start at right tackle, a 4th-round rookie. Eagles, by the way, last year set an NFL record for sacks. They could overwhelm a makeshift Patriots offensive line. Interesting note, Patriots signed 2 tackles in the last week. What are you doing that the final week of preseason? Something is amiss with that front line. That could be a problem against the Eagles. But I do believe there will be some offensive hiccups for Philly. You lose Steichen. Jalen Hurts got his big money contract. I think teams will be a little more ready for that cheap 1-yard run thing that they were doing last year that was automatic. And I saw a fun stat. The Eagles are paying their 4 running backs. Hold up, let me get the names here. Gainwell, Scott, Swift, and Penny. They're paying them less than the Jets are paying Dalvin Cook, which is insane. Eagles have a lot of depth, best roster in the league. I can't wait. Lines coming down. I'm missing something. I would lean Eagles here, but on the road is dicey. All right, 4th best game of the week. It is, what are we doing here? Oh, Dolphins Chargers. Rematch from last year. If you remember the game, it was out here at SoFi, and the Chargers and Staley finally had a good defensive game plan. They took away the middle of the field. They played man press coverage and said, Tua, we don't think you can make the throws out wide. And you know what? Tua couldn't. The Chargers defense was magnificent. We shall see what happens in this one. Not great vibes on the Dolphins offensive line. I saw a report right before I came on the show. Teron Armstead not practicing. Don't know. Hello? Your best tackle may not be there to go up against a guy named Bosa? Could be a problem for Tua. Not what you want when the entire offseason was, holy cow, can we protect Tua and keep him upright? Chargers, sneaky Super Bowl team. I know, stop you if you've heard that before. It's funny. I have Chargers Super Bowl, or the wheels come off, they fire Staley, and they get Jim Harbaugh as their head coach. One of those 2 things might happen. All right, let's go to the 3rd best game of the week. Finally, a game on Fox, and this is a good one. Packers, Bears. Now, if you know Cowherd and you've been watching closely, you know I've been pumping up the Bears a lot. Cowherd's been bashing the Packers. And folks, in my week off, I started to do a little more research into the Packers, and I'm starting to like some of the things I'm seeing from Green Bay. The line has come down in this one. Packers are now only 1-point underdogs. Justin Fields has struggled historically against the Packers. I don't know what the Bears defense is going to give you. Listen, I like Chicago being feisty this year. They're not going to lose 10 in a row like last year. I'm starting to think the Packers might be the side here. These divisional matchups are always dicey in week 1. Remember, the divisional dogs are the way you want to lean. Slight lean to the Packers now. I still like the Bears this year, but I'm leaning to the Packers. All right, what do we got? Number 2. Oh, gosh. This would be number 1 in any other week. 49ers travel to Pittsburgh to face Mike Tomlin. We know, listen, if you follow me at all since the last 7 years I've been here at FS1, Mike Tomlin as an underdog feels like an autoplay. And he's an underdog here, but the line has been coming down. It was 3 in the summer. It's off 3. We've been hyping the Steelers here. A lot of people are jumping on our train, piggybacking on Pittsburgh. Listen, I don't know how much I should give out on my fantasy info here, but I'm telling you right now, I'm drafting Warren, the backup to Najee Harris, in several of my fantasy leagues. He's a sleeper. And some of the numbers on Najee Harris, the workload, it seems like they're going to be going a little more Warren. I think he's going to give the offense a new look. I'm doing everything I can to get Pickens in all my fantasy leagues. I'm telling you, Pittsburgh is going to be good. 49ers, Brock Purdy. Imagine coming off massive shoulder surgery, elbow, whatever it was. Brock Purdy's arm was broken against Philadelphia in the playoff game. And the first opponent you face is TJ Watt and the Steelers. And the Steelers had a good offseason. If you look hard, if you squint, you can see some issues in the 49ers defense, which historically has been great. I like Pittsburgh to win outright. I know it's a little bit bold. I think this is going to be a phenomenal game. I'll just remind you, Mike Tomlin is an underdog at home. Lights out. I like Pittsburgh at home against Sanford. And the best game of week 1 in the NFL. Like, what else could it be? I was going to try to reserve 10 minutes to talk about this game and dive deep. I talked to Colin probably like every other day when I was out, and think that the text that he responded to quickest was when I sent OMG Von Miller on the pup list. Jets offensive line had to be doing high fives, hard knocks. They told the cameras, get out for a minute. We got to celebrate. No Von Miller in week 1. I'll remind people, Bills opened last season against the Rams. The Rams had just won the Super Bowl. Rams had offensive line questions. And I think the Bills sacked Stafford 9 times. They obliterated him. It was a sign of bad things to come. Now you remove Von Miller from that equation, and the Jets can breathe a little easier. But that being said, like Dwayne Brown and Mekhi Becton as your tackles, listen, I'm hopeful, but I'm also a realist. That ain't great. But no Von Miller's huge.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.